Alright folks, we are almost done, which means you only have this one final argumentation speech to give and put in the drop box before you are done for the semester. That being said, I kind of wanted to give you a quick little taste of what this speech all in all is going to sound like by first giving you one piece of supporting data and then one counter argument. That way you can kind of hear and see how it flows. That way in your speech you can obviously mimic it and obviously expand on it to eat up 5 to 7 minutes. Now always you start off with your resolution, then you jump to your definition, and then like I said your supporting data with syllogism, and then your counter arguments. Alright, here we go. This is a popular resolution that my on-campus classes are doing. It's about marijuana. So say the resolution is South Carolina should legalize medicinal marijuana because it is good. Alright, here's how we do it. Greetings, folks. Today I will be arguing about South Carolina should legalize medicinal marijuana because it is good. The term that needed to be defined was good, and good is defined as being a more affordable form of health care than pharmaceutical drugs. The first piece of supporting data I get is from wiredmagazine.com. In this article, it clearly discusses that humans that are below 32 years of age, yes, they may suffer from some sort of slow ability to perceive and use critical decision making. However, 33 and older, which is the majority of the age because it's more than 33 years, it states that it actually stimulates, massages, and if not catalyzes the neurons in the brain that are what you consider dormant neurons. So the ones that aren't being used actually get used, get stimulated when people smoke, certain forms of marijuana. Now, major premise. If we should legalize pot because it's cheaper than medicinal marijuana, minor premise, and marijuana is significantly cheaper than pharmaceutical grade pills, then therefore South Carolina should legalize medicinal marijuana. Then you give 2 more pieces of supporting data. Now let's look at our counter arguments. The first thing my opponent may say as to why we should not legalize marijuana is because it is the gateway drug. It can lead to other bad things. Well, this is wrong because according to the American Medical Association.gov, AMA.gov, it clearly says that if we were to legalize something because it's the gateway drug, then what was the gateway to the gateway? Was it bad decision making, peer pressure, or just ignorance that led you to the gateway drug of marijuana? Because if that's the case, we need to make peer pressure and bad decision making illegal. Now that's completely absurd. We can't do that. That's how we learn. So therefore, to make something illegal because it's the gateway drug is wrong. Here's another one. My opponent may say that we should, my opponent may say, blah, 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 this is wrong. Then again, my opponent may say, blah, 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 this is wrong. Remember, you have 5 counter arguments. Then you get to your closing. So at the end of the day, when trying to think of whether you should legalize pot or not, ask yourself this question. If your family member that you hold dear to your heart is on the rack with intense amounts of pain, not being able to even remember who you are due to Alzheimer's, are you going to honestly sit there and say, sorry, I can't give you the drug to make you feel better because that's not the way I was raised? Are we all that sadistic? Are we all that progressive? That's why you should vote for me. Bang. Remember, your closing statement is something filled with pathos, that passion, all right? And don't forget, if you've been losing points for your tone, sounding flat and not having passion in your speech, there's really no way to pass this one unless you genuinely and honestly sound like you care about what you were speaking about. All right, folks? All right, take it for what it's worth and get it in the Dropbox by Thursday. See ya.